second, I can do that. I can't go much further because you're asking questions and you're asking the court and or the state to provide you legal advice. Okay. And I can't do that. I can answer what the law is, but I can't say, Mr. Schnell, you really need to think about this or think about that. That's for you to determine, or you and an attorney if you wish to do that. But with the offer that's presented by the state with the below 0.099, the maximum penalty would be a fine of $936.50 plus a $10 blood draw fee, 6-month revocation of your driver's license, and no ignition interlock device. But you do have to do that OWI AODA assessment and the follow through.
Does that cost money?
It does cost money. But here's what the court's always willing to give leeway and help with the fines and fees, and you can be on a payment plan. So you don't have to come up with the money right away. With the assessment, you would, and that's $285 or $287. That has to be prepaid to Aurora, right up there by the DMV. So if you have questions about your driver's license, go to the DMV and you can talk to Aurora, one fell swoop.
How soon is that? Like you can schedule that?
As soon as they have openings, but you have to pay for it first before they will schedule that for you. But it's as soon as they have openings. However, if you are found guilty today of an unlawful refusal, that would be from today a 1-year revocation of your driver's license and an ignition interlock device for 1 year, court costs and fees. What?
No matter what?
No matter what.
No matter
if you're found guilty of an unlawful refusal today.
Okay, and there's no way to do that other than what's it? When you get the case tried.
Again, they're two separate things.
No, I know. There's no other way than. Hold on, I'm trying to think of the word. Would say you're found not guilty or guilty, guilty. What do you do? What's the next step called? I'm trying to remember. Sorry.
An appeal.
Appeal. Can you get the appeal for the refusal?
Yes, you can. You can appeal the refusal. You can appeal an OWI conviction. You have the right to seek an appeal with the Court of Appeals. That does cost extra money, and you do have to pay for transcripts and things, so that's extra money too, but you would have to talk to our court reporter and she can figure out and give you an estimate of how much that would cost. But yes, you do have the right to appeal.
I'm just considering the 5 years still.
If you were to be found guilty of an unlawful refusal, again, today, it would be 1 year revocation, 1 year ignition interlock device from today, plus court costs and fees. And if there's only 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We will go on the record in the matter 25 TR 775, 25 TR 1015, 26 TR 378, 26 TR and 378. I guess there's only 4. County of Burnett versus Mark Chanel. We're here today for a motion hearing for reconsideration and a refusal hearing. I have documents filed by Mr. Chanel. I have received and reviewed those documents. Have you reviewed those documents, Mr. Vila? You appear in person for the state. Mr. Chanel appears in person without counsel.
Is the court referencing the most recent filings that Mr. Chanel did on the 16th?
15th.
Sorry, the 15th. Yes, correct. Yes, I have reviewed that, Mr.
All right. Okay. Okay. Mr. Chanel, these are your motions. What are you looking at the court? What are you looking for from the court today?
Dismissal of Your Honor, of the refusal charge.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to have both parties begin with arguments, and then we'll get into testimony. But I'll start with you, Mr. Chanel. It's your motion that you filed, and you are asking the court to dismiss your refusal. And I'm not sure if you're just asking the court to dismiss your refusal based upon the filings, but the state has not made any filings. What essentially are you trying to prove here today?
That I did give the blood and they're using the blood, so isn't that part of I didn't refuse it? And
Actually, the law says that it is counted as a refusal if the officer has to read you the informing the consent verbatim to you and brings you to the medical facility to take your blood. That is a refusal.
then the 8 months later charge.
Okay, and then the fact that it was issued 8 months later,
And
because this was from September 8th, 2025. And then you were issued the refusal. I believe it was just recently issued. May 20th of 2026. That's the basis for your argument, correct?
and I was not given a second blood test and I requested it, not an option to call anyone or anything.
Again, we went over that. That I'm not reconsidering. The law doesn't state that you get a second blood test. The law says that you get a second chemical test, such as blood, urine.
Yeah, they didn't not give me an
blood,
opportunity
not blood. I meant breath or urine.
Yeah, they did not give me an opportunity when I requested it.
You asked to
Multiple
have
times.
a breath test.
Blood test from.
Again, not a second blood test. You don't get a second blood test.
You don't get a second blood test?
No. But I guess the state can go ahead and get that testimony out of the officer so you can understand it better. Mr. Vila?
Thank you, Your Honor. In regards to the motion to dismiss the refusal portion, I don't know what relief can be granted here. He cites no statutes. He cites no case law. I don't know what his actual argument is here. I don't know what relief can actually be granted. This is also a civil issue. This is also a civil issue, meaning as long as he gets his right to be heard, there's no due process violations here. So I don't know what really we're arguing.
Okay, well, essentially his argument is, as I understand it, is that the refusal came 8 months after, which is a significant and substantial amount of time. And the state has to prove that it has a reasonable basis in order to file it 8 months after that time. So I believe, if I'm understanding his argument correctly, that is what it is.
Again, the Court of Appeals is pretty clear on this. As long as he gets his opportunity to be heard on the refusal prior to the conviction, it stands.
Okay, what case are you referring to?
One moment, Your Honor.
Because if I was looking at State v. Peterson and State v. Polinsky.
If the court would give me an opportunity to look it up, I thought I wrote it down. I did not. I apologize.
And I understand that the statute it contemplates the immediate preparation and service of the refusal, and that it's not directed, it's directed.
State v.
Not mandatory. And
Sorry,
I'm
Your Honor.
speaking right
Yeah,
now.
my apologies.
And so long as he has received notice, which he has, and the opportunity to be heard, it can, but the state still has to have a reasonable basis for having the significant amount of time and the delay from the original arrest to the date of sending of filing and charging the refusal.
Yes, Your Honor. So the case I'm relying on is State v. Moline, 170, Wisconsin, 2D 531, pages 540 to 41. As well as State v. Nordness.
State v. Moline, what is the citation?
170 WIS 2D 531 at page 540 to 41.
Yes, that it's directory versus mandatory. It's not mandatory, it's directory. Yes, but then we're getting into the whole, again, you have to go into the reasonableness of the delay.
Yeah, Your Honor, we're only relying on the fact that his procedural rights are being protected here,
Okay, all right.
and that he's be giving notice and opportunity to be heard.
All right, call your first witness.
State calls Deputy Bailey Mangan.
Deputy Bailey Mangan, please come forward, raise your right hand, be sworn in, have a seat at the witness stand.
Do you swear that the testimony you are about to give in this matter shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Maybe.
Can you please state and spell your name for the record?
Yes, my name is Bailey Mangan. My first name is spelled Bailey. My last name is spelled Mangen.
And how are you currently employed?
I'm currently employed at the Burnett County Sheriff's Office as a sheriff's deputy.
And how long have you been so employed?
I've been full-time with Burnett County Sheriff's Office since December of 2019.
So you were employed in that capacity on September 8th of 2025.
I was.
Did you receive any training prior to becoming a police officer?
Yes.
What was that training?
Prior to becoming a police officer in the state of Wisconsin, I attended a 720-hour academy through the Wisconsin Department of Justice. That was at Chippewa Valley Technical College. During that academy, you're certified in several different topics and subjects.
Did any of that training focus on the detection of alcohol?
Yes.
How long was that part of the course?
I don't recall the exact time frame of the OWI investigation or OWI portion of the academy, but it was spanned out over several days.
And what did that portion of the training look like?
That specific portion of the training included various in-class instruction as well as either 1 or 2 days of scenarios with actual alcohol dosed test subjects and test subjects, not role players.
So did you learn anything about the specific things to look for to determine if someone had been drinking?
Yes.
What kind of things indicate someone's consumed alcohol?
There's a numerous amount of things, both physical factors that may indicate somebody's under the influence of alcohol or other substances. Some of those things might include slurred speech, bloodshot or glossy eyes, the inability to have normal cognizant responses, the odor of alcohol coming from somebody, the inability of or the lack of balance or like fine motor skills might all be things that are indicative of somebody who's under the influence of a substance.
So turning your attention to September 8th, 2025, at approximately 1:55 a.m., where were you?
I was driving on State Highway 70,
What were you doing?
just on normal patrol.
Did you see anything strange?
I did. I saw a vehicle that was parked or stopped on the side of the road, partially in the roadway on Wood Creek Road, on the south side of Wood Creek Road, on the south side of State Highway 70.
Okay, and Wood Creek Road, is that in Burnett County?
Yes.
And Wood Creek Road, is that a public highway?
Yes, it's a township road, but it's a public roadway.
Okay, so what'd you do after you noticed the vehicle?
If I remember correctly, I actually drove past Wood Creek Road. I noticed the vehicle, so I turned around and then came back and turned south on Wood Creek Road and pulled behind the vehicle that was stopped.
Did you approach the vehicle?
I did.
Now, on that day in question, September 8th, 2025, did you have body camera on your person?
I did.
Was it working that day?
It was.
prior to today's hearing, have you reviewed your body camera and from the day in question?
I did.
If I showed it to you, would you recognize it?
Yes.
I'm going to play a video.
Um, uh, is this like a trial right now?
It's a hearing. It's the refusal hearing you requested.
It is. Usually you bring your videos in and your witnesses and stuff.
It is a hearing, yes.
I could bring witnesses in for the trial
For the trial, yes. This is
and for hearings.
yes, if you have a witness that was a part of this that would be applicable to a refusal hearing, yes.
How is the refusal hearing for the blood test this relevant?
This is different. This is,
Different.
Mr. Chanel, you were served that, you were served 26 TR 378. The refuse to take tests for intoxication after arrest. Although the offense date was September 8th, 2025, it was served on May 20th, 2026. Then you filed your request for a refusal hearing, what we're doing here today, on June 1st, 2026, within that 10-day time frame that the statute indicates. All right. And so we are here for that refusal hearing that you requested. Remember back at another hearing, you said, well, I filed the thing with the DMV, okay, the Department of Motor Vehicles. I filed that, so you should have that. I don't have that because you filed whatever you did with the DMV. Now you were charged again on May 20th, 2026 with the refusal to take the test, all right? And then on June 1st, again, you requested a refusal hearing. You said, I am requesting an administrative hearing on the notice of intent to revoke my operating privilege dated May 20th, 2026. I timely submit this request within the 10-day period. So you're getting the refusal hearing. That's what we're
I
doing
didn't
today.
see how this is relevant to the blood, the refusal.
It's all relevant
Okay.
to the
Okay.
refusal. So if that's an objection, it's sustained.
Your Honor, we'll be playing Deputy Bailey Mangan's body cam.
So you'd like me to set up
Yes, please.
the equipment?
And there's no prior video other than this. I'm just,
Mr. Chanel, the state can use any segment of the video that it wishes to present if it's relevant to the hearing that we're here for.
yeah, I was asking.
Yes.
There's no other video prior to this.
I'm not certain. That's a question for the officer that you can ask him when you ask him questions.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, because I'm brand new to this, like you, except I wasn't at the incident. This is my first time to get any of the information concerning this matter,
Right.
okay?
Do you recognize this video?
Yes, I do.
Would you say it's a fair and accurate description of your interaction that day of September 8th, 2025?
I would.
All right, I'm going to start playing from 0 seconds. One moment.
How's it going? How's it going?
Yeah, how about you?
Good. I'm just stopping to check on you. Is there a reason why you're stopped on the side of the road?
Yeah, my brakes are loud.
Your brakes are what?
Loud.
Are loud?
Yep, I got me.
Your brakes are loud?
Yep.
Is that why you're stopped though?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you headed?
3 miles up that way and 2 miles over.
3 miles up that way and 2 miles over?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have your driver's license on you quick? Can I take a look at that? Were you peeing or something, or what's on the road here?
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay.
that. What is the regulation?
What's that?
I'm just thinking the regulation for that.
For peeing on the road?
Yeah.
Well, it's not necessarily ideal, but do you have your license I can take a look at?
Yep. Trying to put the brakes in this. I had to open the door and find it. I think it's that.
Okay. What's your name?
Mark.
Mark what?
Chanel.
Mark Chanel? Where are you coming from, Mark?
The passage at 11 o'clock.
You worked that passage at 11?
Yeah.
Where are you coming from now?
Then I went to Pheasant and I'm coming home. I'm not trying to move.
You're good. I can just grab your information.
No, I'm sorry.
So it's Michael, M-I-C-H.
No, Mark.
Mark, sorry, I apologize. Mark or Marcus? Mark Chanel. And what's your date of birth, Mark?
I'm 05-1888.
05.
1888. You're recording, all right?
Yep.
Okay.
What's your middle name, Mark?
David.
All right, sounds good. Sit tight, I'll be right back for you, okay?
Oh,
And I'm pausing at the 2 minute and 35 second mark of that video.
Thank you.
Deputy Mangan, do you see that same Mark Chanel in the video sitting here in the courtroom today?
I do.
Could you please identify him?
He is seated at the defense table wearing a blue Nike polo.
The record reflect Deputy Mangan has identified Mr. Chanel.
Now, while speaking with Mr. Chanel, did you make any observations?
Yes,
What were those observations?
I made several observations during my initial contact with Mr. Chanel. Those observations included slurred speech to the point where it was at times difficult to understand what Mr. Chanel was saying. He had an extreme lack of enunciation to all of his words amongst the slurred speech. I noticed an odor of intoxicants coming from his person while he was sitting inside of the vehicle.
Are these indicators that someone's been drinking based off of your training and experience?
Yes, all of those things are indicators that somebody might have consumed or has consumed intoxicants.
I am fast forwarding to the 4 minute and 39 second mark.
439, thank you.
Mark, do you want to jump out, come back here and talk to me for a second,
Yep.
please? Thank you.
I do have a latch that.
I see that. So how much have you had to drink?
I have work at 11, so what time? Can I look at my phone?
I can tell you it's 2 o'clock.
3 hours?
Okay. How much have you had to drink tonight?
Oh, a few beers with friends.
A few beers with friends. How many is a few?
I don't remember.
If you had to guess.
I don't remember, but you can do it.
What kind of beer were you drinking?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But no, my brake is bad. I have brake pads now.
Yeah, I see that. Have you had anything to drink since you left the bar?
I left work at 11.
Yep.
No, that's all.
So then you went to the Pheasant Inn.
Yep.
And then did you leave the pheasant and come straight here?
Yep.
How long you been parked here?
No, not 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Okay. And you haven't had any of your drinks
I
in?
was just, yes, no, I not. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Let's walk
No.
back by my car here quick.
Yep.
Are you willing to do some field sobriety tests for me to make sure you're safe to be driving?
Yeah.
Deputy Mangan, are you trained in conducting field sobriety tests?
I am.
Were you certified to conduct those standard field sobriety tests on the date in question?
Yes.
All right.
Sir.
I know. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you.
What are standard field sobriety tests used for?
Standardized field sobriety tests are used to determine somebody's level of impairment.
Stand just like that, okay? Those lights too bright in your eye when you're looking at me right here, or no?
I'm fine.
They're okay right there? Okay. So for
I'm sorry. I was thinking about my friends getting home.
the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check your eyes, okay? Anything wrong with your eyes? I see you're wearing glasses. Do you need your glasses to drive?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm always honest.
What's that?
I'm always
I
honest.
appreciate that. Do you have anything,
Oh.
Yeah, you're good. You can put that back in your pocket for now. You're good. I can see
hope
it.
my wall smell.
Okay. Yeah, and we'll look for that in a minute here. So 10-2. Yeah, you can face that way. That's fine. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check your eyes, okay? For this test, I want you to take your hands out of your pockets, put your arms straight down at your side. Okay, put your feet together, stand just like that, don't move at all, okay? You understand? You understand?
Yes.
Okay. The goal for me with this flashlight is to be able to see your eyes. I don't want to shine it in your eyes, but I do want to be able to
Yeah,
see
you
your
show
eyes,
me.
okay? So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you tip your glasses up, put them on top of your head for me, okay? Put your arms back down at your side. Can you see the tip of my finger here?
Yes.
Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to follow the tip of my finger with your eyes and your eyes only without moving your head. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think your video recording is good.
What's that?
I don't think your video recording was
On right now.
Oh, awesome. This,
Yep. It's been on the whole time, okay?
Yep. Thank you. No, I love police officers. Love the jobs you're doing. Cool. I'll look straight.
Nope. I need you to follow the tip of my finger with your
Yep,
eyes and your
yep,
eyes.
I'll
without
give
moving
it
your
a
head. Okay? You look at my finger over here.
Mhm.
You just follow the tip of my finger with your eyes and your eyes only, okay?
That's so good.
Okay. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. So the next.
I'm going to stop you right here before you ask questions because I forgot to do what I normally do before we start these types of hearings. Mr. Chanel, this is a refusal hearing, and in the beginning you were having a little, you didn't understand what we were doing or that we were having the hearing that we were having here today. So now do you have a full comprehension of what we're doing here today with the refusal hearing?
Yeah, I thought it was during the trial we do this.
No, because
That's what I wasn't prepared. That was my understanding.
No, because you asked for that refusal hearing. And the refusal hearing is where the court has to determine whether or not you refused to consent to the blood request that the law enforcement asked of you.
Wouldn't
Alright?
that be at the hospital
Or
video footage?
actually, yep, the breath, okay, blood, breath, urine, those types of things. And you refuse to comply with the officer's requests. And that's why we're having this hearing. And you were very prepared. You had information as it relates to refusal hearings in the motions that you filed. So I'm not sure if right now the court doesn't necessarily have a local rule for AI, but we're getting one here very soon. And I'm not sure if you used AI in your preparation or in your filings, or if you did your own legal research. I'm not sure if you did the legal research as it relates to refusals and refusal hearings. And before we continue and go down this road, I want to make sure that you understand what could happen at the refusal hearing. If at this hearing, the court finds that you did not lawfully refuse, you didn't have a legal right to refuse the requests of the officers, if that's what I find.
One hearing, one decision, and potentially years of consequences. Facing a .20 OWI allegation and a refusal charge, the defendant chose a plea agreement that avoided the harsher penalties the court had warned about. Today's courtroom showed how a single decision can change the outcome of an entire case. Subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns, and we'll see you in the next hearing.